we have map 1 underway here in our elimination series once again. So this is to see who goes to the playoffs and who will be eliminated from the event. So once again, it's BJOR Kittens going to be defending. MUGIWARA will be attacking. A smear matchup of agents.
That is confusing too because they're teal, but they're not teal. Okay. I'm gonna mess up the names a little bit.
Encio, take out that dart off the back. Cryptic did not expect Coach Joe come out tunnel that aggressively with a classic. It's a bullet to the dome.
I call him CJ because we're boys.
Naturally. I'm not his boy. I gotta stick with Coach Joe. Monster.
Well,
Pipes there, but TCAS in the back. So, and looking for another headshot, but Quanster's going on point. Finds 2.
Quanster the monster making waves on A. Oh, little Viper action. Oaken's gonna win that one.
Jinx in the back of the side, so yeah, despite a couple of early kills from Quanster, they're still not pushing into the side. Jinx peeked off of his teammate. Quanster did get the Coach Joe, but Jinx. Let's just say a little bit of bait action coming into play. Make it 1-0.
Nice little clean win there for the defense.
MUGIWARA, pistol round. Yeah, Coach Joe off the bat. CJ, as you call him. Pushing down tunnel. Very aggressive stage push on tunnel. Not usually you'll see them maybe just wall it up and then play very defensive, but of course in pistol round, different story perhaps.
Pretty much full save for the attack here. Get scanned out immediately at the A site and slowed down by the Viper on B.
Monster look for a headshot. Almost had a chance there. It's all sliver, but unable to connect. So you can see back on default with a Spectre. And so, making sure not being flanked from the A side. Currently, there's still 1 player over there holding defense at A. So we'll see if a call's made from MUGIWARA. Still peeking out B a little bit, but the spike currently is headed back towards mid, but you also see rotation from BJOR Kittens, somewhat. There's still 4 players in that B site though, so until they get some more precise information, and they might get that soon because instead now MUGIWARA is thinking about pushing out mid. They're getting some spray Oaken. He's in there. Here's a lot of footsteps running around.
Trades a bit of damage there. Looks like they're pretty much committed to the B site. And thinking about wrapping through middle.
30 seconds left.
And now we have the stalemate. Oh, taking yellow. They're sage walled. They vapor walled.
Yeah, all the walls coming out, but cannot get the plant down. The wall's killed quickly. The sage wall it is. They know he's going for this plant stick, and the spray happens. Oaken gets 2. But good return fire despite only being pistols. On this side of MUGIWARA, nice clean shot by Jinx there, and Coach Joe will take out Huencio for the win. So it went from no action to all of a sudden just a rain of bullets from either side, but in the end, victory for the defense.
Yes, sir. And pretty expected, obviously, winning that first round, taking the upgraded weapons into the second one. You get the defuse. And now we see the rifles coming out for the attackers.
You can hear the slight communications. There's some excitement going on, but definitely talking over strats amongst one another.
Keeping it focused on the game, boys.
Yeah, long series ahead. Elimination match, so. On the line here in that sense. MUGIWARA, though, as you mentioned, of course, pick up the rifles. They expect recon dart. They'd be correct. Jinx going for very aggressive. Gets taken out, but TCAS makes a trade happen thanks to the Sheriff. Huencio finds Coach Joe, though. He's also in the A site. Look at where the spike's headed. It's currently headed towards B. Viper's already rotating towards A and mid, even. So this could be a free side if they hit it fast.
Obviously, they don't know that nobody's there. The wall is currently down, so a pretty good opportunity to just check their angles on the way. Viper wall does come up. But I don't think anyone's close to hear these sound cues right now, so it should, again, just be a pretty free plant. Switch block here on the Sage. He closes in on a Resurrect.
No, another orb added, so at least 3 more it looks like in total, but good spike plan and already got 1 player wrapping around that token. We wait for some backup to Sova, also avoided the drone being spotted, but all 4 players on the side of Mugiwara are in B main spot, including Quanster, who's watching this. Saw it the last second, great headshot there. Strafing away. There is another one flanking though, it's almost like the only expected one. Oh, TCAS, no chance. Twentio, beautiful shot as well. It's up to Teague. Do some damage at least.
Yeah, now the question is, you go for the exits, you die to the spike. Uh-oh. Don't know what your position. Does find one, but will be gunned down by a team. Mugiwara gets on the board there.
You see those bullets go off right there, and all of a sudden the X-ray vision, all the 4 of those players turn around, start running at you. So hey, at least they got one, but in the end, victory for Mugiwara. Of course, they make it 1-2 now. But of course, Spies on the side of course Kittens. You got an operator for Hijinks playing that jet, and a lot of healthy status in terms of the orb or ultimate status. It is, as apparently we have a tech boss coming out.
A little shot of the players, and yeah, you were talking about the monitor placement. I mean, you see one person literally looking to their left as they play. Got some close monitors, some far away monitors.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't even notice that. That's at the top there.
Yeah.
Interesting. That is something. Yeah, it's like I'm like trying to like I'm trying to like replicate that myself. Oh man,
It's just like playing on the corner of the desk. It looks like a little Zoolander action. Only turn one direction.
I wonder how many people actually get that reference. Is that getting it to be an old movie now? I mean, when would
I think so, unfortunately.
Yeah, right. Like 2001. 20 years. God, oh man, that hurts. Hijinks.
Yeah, I guess I can't even use that as a reference anymore in Valorant circles. It's too old.
Oh, it hurts. You see Hijinks there up on top of Tube with that operator, but it's a full send in the A apparently. From Mugiwara, nice headshot off the back. Quanster, he's got some nice precise shooting here. Early on an icebox, finds 1 kill. But not in just yet, being slowed down thanks to Sage. Until we'll try to help out a bit, clear the area, throw some shock darts in there. They got a Viper wall to work with, and the default plant is in. Walled on top of it as well. So this is a tough retake now for yours Kittens, and it got tougher. Trade at least there, but Twentio is on point. It's Oaken, and suddenly just Hijinks with an operator. Yeah, just wants to run at this point.
And here comes the attackers streaming after him. Got to get this operator out of his hands. Finds 1 kill, but there are so many angles to check. Oh, 2. Getting a little disconnected now.
And now it's at a point, it's like, do you keep going, or yeah, they're gonna pick together? Oh, okay. I mean, hey, that's a lot of damage. He just killed 3 more players, despite losing their round. That's a lot of econ taken away from Mugiwara, and see there, they're gonna get some buys in the end, but still.
Yeah, I mean, they'll be fine as far as their eco goes for this round, but definitely that's something that a couple rounds from now, if they continue to have these kind of expensive wins, could come back to bite them. Also, Hijinks gets those knives online with all those extra kills as well. So you can see the ultimate economy is ramping up for both teams.
Standing ahead.
For the knives coming out, yep. Of course, Kittens. Knives are in play. They're pushing B with it. Meanwhile, the A side being contested once again. Mugiwara worked out well for the last time, but Oaken falling back. Lands a Sheriff headshot. And that will deter Mugiwara now, who is starting to be collapsed on. Yeah, Coach Joe, not going to push the ball the way, only has a Sheriff, so can't necessarily flank them in full.
He's getting lots of information, though. He's hearing all these footsteps as they rotate. Up into spawn. Driftwalk goes for the res. So it looks like they really want to not lose any momentum here. Really commit with 5 players to a site. And that site looks to be A.
Quanster's already up there. Quanster in a very good position. There Go for the shot. Oh, missed the shooting. Both sides do right there, but Qualifiers finally find Sig just sprang through. I figured somebody's still here, but they had fallen back, so staying alive though, that's the big key. TCAS eventually gets cryptic, and will heal it up as a result of that, but Quanster continues to be on point. As I say that, finally TCAS will slow him down. Finds the head of Quanster, also trying to shoot through the walls. Okin got Crypt Walk, but Wincio is there with the trade. Coach Joe, oh, the patience. No!
Oh no!
Oh, I feel for him. That was such good patience. If he lands that first headshot of Viper, maybe he can flick for the second one, but unable to happen.
Yeah, it's one of those spots where the timing is just a little bit rough because he's expecting his teammates to be able to hold the attention for just a split second longer. They both go down, and he ends up having to kind of rush.
Oh, just to the left. Change that crosshair. That'll be the difference. No, that
Stretch res.
Do something. Yeah, no. Nice try though, but in the end, a victory for Mugiwara once again, as they're going to see Viper Spit in play immediately in the A site. Happening on defense, so BJOR Kittens trying to lock this down. It'll do
Will
just
not
that.
spot anybody.
Cryptic up on pipes there. Start going across the rope with the knives in play. Oh, saw one, but Cryptic got the kill first. Again, sees the feet, manages to spray down Cryptic.
Enemy kill.
But Quanster timing through the cloud, gets Coach Joe looking the other way. However, TCAS again wins the duel against Quanster.
It's getting kind of expensive to push on A, and so they will head over towards B now. Hijinks not really in a position to meet them with the operator. He's kind of worried that somebody could have snuck up into kitchen, so not super confident in clearing his way over to stop this plant.
The aggressive Viper's Pit now on top of the B plant. Now it's 3 versus 3, but the Viper's Pit in play. Feels like it's more. Because does have Empress. I was gonna say, chooses to use it right here. So Empress in play now as well. Hijinks very aggressive with this operator, finds a flip kill. PNK catches 2 though in the Viper's Pit. So much for that Empress, and Huncio will clean up, finishes off Hijinks. And 4-2, Mugiwara is what we're looking at.
And good attempt, good positioning by Hijinks, but the Viper's Pit really just the equalizing factor there. PNK clutches it up. And Mugiwara is starting to roll here, 4 in a row after those 2 pistol and the eco went the other way. So showing pretty consistent pressure on both sides really here on Icebox. They've been faking A a lot. They've been getting picks A and then seeming to be able to do whatever they want there.
Pushing down tunnel. Monster. Get distracted underneath, but the timing's not there. So all 5 players of Mugiwara headed towards the B side for now. Viper wall's down. And you already see the rotations coming into play. Okin making the call as a Marshall. Cryptic, Empress ready if feels this necessary. This is an econ round though for BJOR Kittens. Wall's gonna go down.
Here's for the comms.
There's the wall, and on top of the orb, easy spike plant. Shock darts coming in. Monster will take the tickle damage. All 5 players on either side though, still up. Empress activated for Mugiwara.
Classic B post plant. Cryptic finds the first kill on Okin. That means no Viper ability.
Got a little too aggressive. Yeah, that was a little too much right there though. Wall goes down from Sage. And now they're going to go for the stick on the defuse. Teak trying to hold. No, with the Hunter's Fury. Cleans up Coach Joe and prevents a ninja defuse right there. So it cost them a bit more than they definitely wanted, including the Hunter's Fury, but still a victory for Mugiwara.
Yep, and economy looking pretty good for them as well at this point. Everybody's banked up quite a bit, so even if they do lose a couple rounds in a row, they should be able to continue to buy for basically the rest of the half. That means that BJOR Kittens need to make their move now. with this operator being invested for hijinks, need to get some value out of it.
Hijinks. Waiting for someone to peek that. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. Nice shot there with the Hunter's Fury. That's a little bit of damage, but can't hit the second one.
I think that was his teammate that he hit.
Oh, was it the teammate? Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. Well, so, I was still right. Did some damage.
Yeah, a little damage.
Let's hit to who? The patient play again, Quanster. Hijinks is still there with the operator, being patient himself.
Wide on Raptors. Almost gets punished.
26 life. But manages to dash away, and TCAS just winning these duels against Quanster. Quanster has been on point in so many times, but except against TCAS, seems like has his number.
And a very, very far back hold for BJOR Kittens right now. You can see, obviously, we can see that the body is easily resable if they wanted to go for that, but
30 seconds left.
not feeling confident enough to push in. Lurk through middle could pay dividends as well as PNK makes his way.
Oh man, TCAS
Waiting.
Yep. God, the patience is so good. Ball's gonna go down from Sage, so at least they want the spike plant, and they will get it.
You will
Tio,
not kill my
2 versus 5. Okay, they do get the res off, but TCAS now has 3 kills, and Teague will clean up the last 2. With that res essentially wasted at that point. So, BJOR Kittens gonna make it 3-5 and start climbing back for an icebox.
flawless.
Yeah, they needed to get value out of the operator, and they did with a flawless round there. Shutting it down on A for the first time.
The operator coming through, and Hijinks, of course, keeping it. And the question is, does he do the same thing? Or, I mean, we see a lot of Jets, especially with operators, you know, it's changed up a bit as far as where they open with, but looks like so far is setting up really in the same spot.
Yeah, on Icebox, I think it's a little bit less flexible a lot of the time. Usually it's like between mid and A, because Viper tends to just kind of lock down B site like a Sentinel a lot of the time.
Sure.
But yeah, a lot of the play is like, do you take the trip up into the pipes? Do you play back here like we just saw? Nice shot by Hijinks. Eliminate the drone as well, and has eyes on Spike.
Also, TCAS is pushed up and catches Wincio. Kind of turn and kill him, but Cryptic's there at least for the response, and Quanster catches Hijinks with his own operator. So a chance for Mugiwara now, although not going to commit to an A push. Instead, they fall back and start going towards B, maybe the mid spot.
Your duty is not done.
Little Obamacare there for his teammate, bringing TCAS back to life.
That was clever. TCAS, oh, just enough of a peek there. Catches him going through the Viper's orb, so down another player's Mugiwara, and suddenly what was a 3 versus 3 is now a 4 versus 2 somehow.
Poison's off.
Okay, yep, up in the window. Oaken goes through Quanster, trades the operator to the face, but now Quanster by himself. And 30 seconds remaining. Does have a spike.
Surrounded.
Uh-oh. Pushes out his dead. Yep.
Good patience. Don't want to give him any more free kills with the op. And yeah, you're right. It really does kind of feel like Monster has only been stopped by Gaz, and it's like obviously Hijinks is doing work with the operator, but the duels of the two riflers really been kind of dictating whether attack or defense wins.
Mugiwara still up 5-4. Had a couple losses right there. And to that point, they have a overall pretty good buy. They have a Spectre for Crypt Block. No ultimates in play, however. On the other side, you have Knives ready and Empress ready. Both the duelists. They're both in play. Hijinks sees a jump peek and is just going to go for a hopeful shot there through the wall. Coach Joe in the walls, walled off mid, and on top, almost got taken out right there, but just fall back. Monsters already pushed up. Backed by the drone, though. TCAS sitting patiently in the back. Meanwhile, Dig lining up some shock darts. TCAS, they know he's here. Takes out
It's a
clear.
little bit late.
Yeah, shock dart didn't hit. NK wasn't ready for the peek from a Coach Joe. The wall comes down from stage on top of it. And TCAS went for the kill, but Cryptic was the other direction. However, Hijinks going off with the knives. And with some teamwork as well, they will clean it up, and 3 players still alive. They're going to tie this up at 5.
Continue to swing back and forth. Love to see it. Those Kittens coming back with firepower of their own, and it really does kind of feel like as soon as they got this operator online, things have really turned around.
So what's the play now if you're Mugiwara? That's 3 in a row that you've lost after the 5 you took, and you go back to that operator in play. So you change it up and maybe try to be more aggressive mid, even towards the B side. And as you say this, you look at where Jet is. A Hijinks with that operator is currently in B. B main to be specific, and actually has a chance for an early peek here. As Viper's pick going to be used in the A side meanwhile.
Going to force them to go into this op. He is very isolated, so soon, gets tagged, but is able to find a pick first.
Sage was supposed to pick it up here, but he's going to res right there, but no, still 3 away. This PNK also caught. Getting a little too far up, so this round quickly falling apart for Mugiwara. So it's an understandable decision, especially with the Viper's pick going down to the A side. With how this game's been flowing for Mugiwara to check B, but I mean, that's to the credit of BJOR Kittens as well. I mean, making some adjustments. And the aggressive operator Hijinks once again coming through, so they have to kind of fight into this Viper's pit. I guess flying over it works too. Quanster finds Teague, but Oaken still lurking in the pit and catches the back of Quanster. However, can't
he
get
gets
Sage.
backstabbed though.
Spike planted.
And the Viper's pit game is kind of interesting in this map. A lot of people will go up on 4 places so you can cover that rope. But in that case, Oaken places it more forward, and so they just go to the top of it. But BJOR Kittens will win the round anyway.
Doing their best effort, but Mugiwara already set up to be a very difficult task. Already 3 versus 5 going into the Viper's pit, despite the couple of early kills. Not to be, and now 6 to 5, BJOR Kittens. So the pendulum shifts again. The first 2 going the way of BJOR, then 5 in a row for Mugiwara, and now 4 in a row for BJOR Kittens. So see how we end things off. But by situation, Mugiwara does have the fairly healthy buy, the Guardian for Quanster, but he's definitely hitting some headshots, so might still be useful. Both Reynas having Empress ready. Hijinks getting aggressive once again with the operator.
Teamwork to have that dart taken out, allowing Hijinks to hold the angle. Oh, the timing was almost bad, but he finds the shot perfect anyway.
Was that a spray through the Viper orb, I think, too? Coach Joe manages to get 2. Unfortunate for Mugiwara, and PNK has no clue he was getting flanked right there, so talk about just falling apart for Mugiwara. I mean, they get 5 rounds, but Icebox attack and losing after getting 5 in a row, then losing the next 5 themselves. That's overall point is good first half for BJOR Kittens.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like you said, they got 5 rounds, but they're all in a row, kind of seemingly based solely off momentum. So definitely interested to see whether BJOR Kittens is able to carry the momentum from the first half and over into the second half of the pistol round. We flip things.
All right, so here we go, swapping things. Again, it is a mirror matchup, so not really an agent advantage necessarily. More so the strategy and how that comes into play. And off the bat, BJOR Kittens going to carry that momentum finish into the second half, and thinking about all 5 up mid. Apparently, pain train coming, but wall off mid and head into the B site now. Although
that's awkward.
That is very awkward.
That is so awkward.
Sandwiched in, thanks to the Sage wall. Joe's pushed up 2 meanwhile, and going at it with Crypt Walk, and little does he know there's another one nearby. And we're having a tube fight now.
This is weird. I don't think I've ever seen so much attention thrown towards this tube. Meanwhile, Spike has made its way up into B, but UK sees this.
walk. Not going to happen there. As Quanster can't hit his shots either and having to dash away. Did some damage. No headshots though.
Poison's off.
BJOR
Planted.
put the snake bite down as the spike is planted. BJOR Kittens. There's a headshot. But quickly traded out by Hijinks. Oh, they're going to push this with a Viper's Orb.
Poison's off.
Sticking together.
Last player standing.
We found Hijinks, but Okin lands the first shot, makes it a 1 versus 1, and gets the second on a Cryptic. Yeah, the dink after set up the second kill and the victory for them.
It's always so scary against the Reyna. You hit the dink and you're like, wait, what happened?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, she full healed. But able to clean that one up. Really nice clutch there from Okin. Great positioning here on the smokes.
Re-peaks it on the 30 life, but wins it in the end. BJOR Kittens now 8-5 after that victory right there. So no force buying from MUGIWARA after that loss. They'll accept the fact. On the other side, you even have a Bulldog for Coach Joe, though. And it's going to be a heavy A hit this time. He's pretty far up, but not the ideal gun for that. Hijinks using the ropes, following the drone. Flares in, then you're forced to fight now. The heal's coming out. Okin and the whole team really just clearing out the A site. There are 2 more here pretty quickly, but they're only with the Sheriff. 1. Oh, had a chance for another.
Poison orb emitting.
Rob hunting.
Go. The eco frag's coming out. There you go. It's not as talkative as the previous series, understandably, but there's still some energy there.
Yeah, we'll take it. And that gets Okin very close to a Viper's Pit. Could definitely help secure another round here. MUGIWARA has definitely lost momentum, it feels like. Quanster is still fragging very well, but everyone else seems to be struggling to find their footing as BJOR Kittens is strung together, what, 7 rounds in a row now?
Yep. First 2, lost 5, and 7 since then. Simple math suggests. Hijinks. The operator, we saw what happened in the previous half on defense, what he was able to do with that. We're going to drone up, and that's information to start pushing into the site now. So once again, all 5 players are pretty sometimes simple as best. Just follow the drone, take in the site, push this 5, and then retreat once all the shock darts come out. Where are they? Winso, and that's actually the Viper's Pit. Yeah, gets a kill, and then you mentioned that was 1 away. Now he has it.
Kind of an interesting spot, though, because it doesn't block off the back part of the site, so you still have to clear this. ECAS will go for it, end up going down. But the wall there, now they really have set up on the side.
And it being a 4 versus 1, BJOR, there's no way he goes for this. Really just gonna try to do some damage, but I mean, I'm almost surprised he's even trying to duel at this point with the economy as it is. So get taken out, and that's 10-5 now for BJOR Kittens. And you can tell, yeah, again, MUGIWARA is almost in a mentally bad spot as far as just what do they do this game? Because yeah, they had those 5 rounds in a row, 5-7 first half, not the worst thing ever, but since those 5 wins, it's now been 8 straight losing the other way.
And their buy is rough. They're all on pistols right now. No ultimates to help them fight back, and you see an operator coming out for Hijinks aggressively.
Standing ahead.
Hijinks immediately jumping up.
Watching here.
Doesn't seem like MUGIWARA is really contesting too much in terms of the A site early on. Allowing multiple times now for this push-up to happen, and I mean, the site's literally just left open this time. Obviously, as you mentioned, it is pistols. Okin having some fun.
Laying on the rope course.
He's having trouble with the orb there. So it's a free take in the end, and PNK slowly but surely setting up that flank. Okin, speaking of him, finds until. Now they're running in. The spray. There's a monster kill with that shorty.
That would have been amazing.
Jet flying anime style in your face and taking you out with a shorty, but no, not going to be. Hijinks catches PNK in the flank eventually. And lost 2 players, but still 11-5 for BJOR Kittens as they make it 9 in a row. So really, this is it for Mugiwara. It's by round. Monster has an operator.
Yeah, definitely now or never at this point. We've seen what he can do with the rifle. I think this is his first play with the op this map. Maybe there was one earlier.
I think he had one earlier because I think I remember him trading even a hijinks. I'm mistaken. Either way, he's got it now. And where is he? He is really mid. There you go. See the kill feed. Catches Coach Joe peeking through mid. Hijinks, operator himself, is going to work up B with it. Sage wall right there. How about that? That's going to block enough part of the spot. They maybe use that to get up there, but.
Now, if you're the new agent, you could make that jump. But
yeah.
unfortunately, still Reyna.
No neon yet. I'll be for the best. Jumping down and sees a peek there. Hijinks down to 10 life. So despite having that operator, still not the most cozy. They're just going to go for a naked plant. No wall. They got TCAS. He's basically a wall, though. Does get traded by Cryptic, but at least allows for the plant. Oh, no.
Flank coverage by Oaken. That's very important. There's multiple angles to watch for the defense as they go for this defuse, and it's very difficult.
Re-peeking when he's tagged right there, a little risky, but still, he definitely did his job getting 2 players. Now it's a matter of 2 versus 2. Can they prevent the defuse? Jumping in with the 40. Hijinks gets it in. Oh, kills Hijinks! Accident. Yeah, he can stick this.
Every time.
Yeah, he is. Yep. Oh, that was close. Nice chance by NCO, but so Teague's like, okay, yeah, maybe a little bit of a screw up there, but hey, we'll take it.
I love that actually by Hijinks because he's 10 HP, right? So he knows that he can't really win a duel against somebody running and gunning him, even with the operator. So he double smokes, pulls out the shorty, and just walks through it, finds that kill for Teague. Puts him in his grave.
Yeah, if he doesn't find that kill, then that's probably a win for Mugiwara at that point. So, but with the Hunter's Fury against a 1v2, it's actually pretty difficult.
Standing ahead.
But did find it, and now makes it 12-5. So BJOR Kittens trying to absolutely carry out the victory here, as they've now run 10 in a row. But TCAS, Empress, going to lead the way. Once again, hitting A hard and fast. All 5 players are essentially here for Mugiwara, though. Oaken got Cryptic. The wall's down from Sage. And here comes the default plant, avoiding the shot. Okay, got hit by one of them, so a little bit of damage taken by Sage, but she'll start healing up. Monster, though, knives her out. Catches Hijinks. Gonna start the comeback for Mugiwara now. 2 more fall. So certainly winnable. Oaken is gonna Viper spit the peeks out, but oh, the crouch. Crouch from Sova, NCO, and they clean up. Mugiwara staying alive. You're on Icebox.
You love to see it. You know, this is even though this map feels relatively out of hand, being able to fight back as if you're even neck and neck or ahead is really important, especially in a LAN environment. You can't get down because we've seen what happens when you start to lose momentum on the stage and the other team's barking at you and you just kind of crumble. So good job from Mugiwara, and see if they can continue to build on this momentum.
Yeah. Guessing looks like it's more of a tactical timeout, and no one's necessarily coming over, so talking things over and figuring out how to stay alive in this game, if anything, for Mugiwara. That's exactly what they're doing as they finally stop the bleed of what was 10 rounds in a row. So I believe we're looking at what 12-6 now. Still favoring BJOR Kittens. I got myself mixed up. Is it Bjorn? BJOR's Kittens. And I was wrong. Apparently it is a tech pause. So here comes Yadman to address said issue in the game. So we'll resume on map 1, though, as soon as things are good to go here on Icebox. We are going to be headed to, what was the second map? It was Ascent? No, it was Haven. Second map was Haven for this one. I think.
Yeah. And then Breeze is map 3.
That's right, yeah. Haven guaranteed. Map 2. As here we are resuming back in.
Here.
See Quanster, the operator, checking up top, hanging belt. There's somebody to show. And they're not going that way. Oh, Cryptic's pushed up though. Hijinks.
Those Reina moments. Oh, Oaken. Great timing.
Wow. Yeah, how? Yeah, just walks up mid. However, Cryptblock lands a headshot on Oaken. Coach Joe resurrecting Hijinks meanwhile. Way back there, Quanster cannot land the flick.
One he definitely needed. Spike starting to move in.
Going for the shots, but unable to connect. So, do they commit to a play? You can tell. You hear them on the background. It's, you know what? This is just too much. Let's fall back. So BJOR Kittens are somewhat falling back. 2 of them at least for now. And by now, MUGIWARA is also suspicious on what's going on.
Kind of like the old phase approach where they'd show heavy aggressive pressure towards A, and then freeze, cut noise, and just bait out plays like that. Really well done from the attack there.
Walls down, and here comes the plant. So they got the player advantage now. Take the site. TCAS gets Quanster as he lurks up mid. However, PNK is there for a trade. Cryptic. 2 players to his left underneath. Was he unaware of that? Down. Oh, almost got Silva, but Hijinks too quick to shoot first. Clutch, he lands a headshot. Silva took some damage, but Teague finds BNK. And it will close it out for BJOR Kittens. So trying to make it at least interesting, but MUGIWARA only able to do so much. BJOR Kittens will take map 1. They're an icebox.
We did see, who was it? Like Liquid and Fnatic, I think, played Viper on this map early on, and the Viper was like a pretty good Sentinel-esque character with that delay, with the decay. But I think that was like the first iteration of Viper with like when the decay was really strong and definitely overpowered. But yeah, she's just like not a very consistent smoker on this map, and because you have those 3 sites and you have to like commit to a site with Viper, you place the wall, it's there, you can't move it. Not that useful.
All right, so obviously not seeing it here, just a kind of curious talking point, but in the end, round 1 underway. It's MUGIWARA on attack and BJOR Kittens on defense. So fast A, pretty hard A early on, trying to take over receiver control. The drone tags 1. There is one close. Hijinks just waiting, gets a flash from the teammate, gets a shot in the kill, then backs off. Well played by Hijinks.
How did he survive there?
Those are guns, like rifles. He doesn't survive, but it's pistols, different story.
Yeah, Quanster made his way down A long. Nobody saw him. Finds a nice little pick there.
Spike down
Okay.
A.
Teague trying to be extra patient, and understandably so. That was a well played, but the teammates were a little too far behind. And so, as you mentioned, they have the A-long control, but are not going to go to the side in the end. They will fall back. They got the rotations, and they're going to go fast into C. And it's open.
It is open. They will see the camera, or
30
the camera will
seconds
see them, rather. So the jig is going to be up, but the spike will be down by the time rotations can come in from the defense. Wincio going to go ahead and cage off spawn while PNK plants the spike.
There it is. Meeting up together, all 3. Going to be coming from defender spawn area. PNK, here's them running in, gets a couple shots off. Looking for the headshot, but no, instead he gets headshot. Wincio able to get Hijinks, though. So 2 versus 2 now. Cage down for Coach Joe. Does he go for the half at least? Looks like he might try to stick it. Quanster got Oaken who traded. Got half and a shot from Coach Joe. Clutches up. Victory for BJOR Kittens.
And there's the pop-off to let him know. Hey, I got sessions open. Get the DMs.
Yeah, a little more convenient, a little easier to pop off when you're already up that map, and Feeling pretty good after the first one, I suppose, but for good reason. That was definitely a clutch play. Precise shot from Coach Joe coming out to get that win. It was a good rotation from Mugiwara, and they made the right call in that sense of taking the free site, but obviously BJOR Kittens pushing in together. Teamwork comes through, and a 1-0 lead. A bulldog in play for Coach Joe is holding down Garage. Checking with that sheriff, and when somebody's hiding behind one of those walls.
Usually a pretty good bet. Unfortunately, picks the wrong wall to check.
Yep. And so it's like, wait a second. On candid camera.
That was awkward too, because you were like, all right, I need to go clear this camera. But if you do, you know they're going to re-peek you. So ends up being a fast A hit.
Kinda. Was. They slowed down a little bit. They get some utility out. Some Daco. Arrow. Teague is sitting very patiently. They got a couple opener kills, including on Teague. He only got one, and suddenly it's huge for Mugiwara. They are going to take the site 4 versus 2 now.
They just barreled their way in there with the pistols and hit their shots. Now it's TKaz and Coach Joe for some heroics.
Let's have that bulldog. Flash to the face. Just don't over peek. In fact, they get the kill, and Coach Joe jump down from TKaz. Bust out the classic after the fact. Not much ammo to work with. And just too many numbers to deal with favoring Mugiwara. So they definitely steal that round. I mean, they didn't really force it. That was just simply landing some shots with pistols.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that was just one of those spots where they just hit the right timing and hit the right shots. They were able to take kind of a 5-on-3-ish fight for the site, and even with a gun advantage, that's pretty hard to win sometimes.
Valencia will take the bulldog for himself. As Hijinks going to go aggressive with a ghost. Peeking outdoors. Everyone's going aggressive, apparently jumping into the window. Quanster was busy rotating guns. Plus out the Spectre jumps back in. That is a ballsy play right there. And I suppose got one, but traded out quickly.
Yeah, I don't think he expected 3 players to have pushed up into window, but ultimately probably not going to matter as the Spectres go to work here. Coach Joe on the flank with the sheriff.
Hit a shot right there, but you see down to 21 life. Vencio manages to live and taking out a gun for a teammate, but 2-1 Mugiwara. So steal that second round and they carry it on. As we're now hitting round 4, and here come the bigger guns. The operators on both sides, both jet players. Will they meet up? Will that magnetization come into play?
Seems to happen on Haven more than any other map, and it might be happening here. Both jets in the A vicinity.
It's possible. Hijinks picking Quanster's not, though. Just playing it very safe, waiting for the sewer peak, maybe, but. Very defensive posture from the attacking side this round.
Enemy mark.
They get a tag, and now they're going to start peeking long. Good, the operator. Cage will help, or they're making them think like they're going across.
Yeah, you can see now the drone will clear sewers, though, so pretty clear that the hit is not coming A, and the rotations will happen immediately.
Nice shot. Avoids the operator. The sinker absorbs some bullets meanwhile, and Cryptbach is able to take out Coach Joe. So now it's up to Oaken. Old C side does have a teammate in play in the side as well, and actually Mugiwara is not going to force the fact. I mean, they still have plenty of time. They got 45 seconds. Sitting back.
Cypher's nice shot. I was gonna say Cypher's just been sitting in window this whole time, kind of communicating noise and visual cues, so should have a decent idea that nobody's really around.
Eventually the Jets come together, and right there. It's won by Mugiwara. Monster underneath. So the shorty is his best opportunity. They know he's hell, but and they rush him down. Oaken gets to NCO. Now working with the teammates. The knives come out. Has to go for some close duels and wins the first one. Gets the second. Operator not going to come out of time though. Because kills him for a seeker is going to be used for this, trying to absorb some bullets. Be a distraction, but couldn't take advantage. Jumps down. Ripwalk knows this. Flash left, go right. Oh, he thought it might have been Sewers, but Cryptwalk was peeking around, and TCAS flanks for the kill. 3 kills for him and the clutch.
Well, it got a little awkward. The Seeker got stuck on the windowsill there for a second, so you can see the plan. He was going to try and use that, like you said, as a distraction and to block bullets, but ended up just getting kind of wasted. Ultimately wins the round, though. Some good movement and just better prediction.
Joe. That's how that round started, remember, all the way over the C side in the action over there, but ended up with a play in the A side and ultimately a victory for BJOR Kittens. So got a little bit more of a back and forth this time around. Only 4 rounds in, but we're tied at 2. Oaken. ADS on the window there early, but with the drone coming out, we'll back off of it. So mid control taken this round by Mugiwara. Grass. Monster. We follow the dog, thinking about it. No one's in garage as we can see. Might have a B hit here. Looks like that's definitely the play. Flash in. Smokes are up. Not hitting it hard just yet. Now I think their cue is here. Quanster dashes in. Of course, you can hear that. Does he spray? No. He turns left, and he was right because the Oaken was in the sight. Goes to the smoke, though, and Tigo's ready, but trade from Cryptic. And Cryptic gets Coach Joe. And another one gets 3, but TCAS had to respond for 2.
Trades are crazy.
Oh, but cannot get BNK. Yeah, the back and forth. But Mugiwara 3-2.
Now, very back and forth series so far. Specifically this map. Nobody's been able to string together too many rounds. Monster continues to put up numbers on this Jet, as we saw on Icebox. Hijinks having a little bit of a rough time, but you've seen what he can do once he gets that operator in hand.
Ultimate status. We got Neural Theft. We got Hunter's Fury. We have Astro Wall on the side of BJOR Kittens. We have Astro Wall and Neural Theft on the side of Mugiwara. Look out for here in round number 6. And we also have to look out for tripwires. Hijinks. Classic kill.
He jumped up to use the dog and just landed on the trip. That is tough.
Feels bad man moment, but obviously the gun advantage. Now Hijinks with the knives in the back, though, so certainly ready to duel himself. So long, the Cypher trap, but he lands the shot onto NCO. Monster does Monster dare challenge those knives. Teague all the way from A side or C side even kills Cryptic in A. And
Power of Silver right there.
you can tell Mugiwara is really not sure what to do. They're going to sort of creep up. Oaken's in a perfect spot. Oh, no.
What? How did they not check that corner? Oh my goodness.
The double right click. Back to back. And I'm with you. I thought for sure one of them would check to the right. I was expecting it, but oh, they committed left.
All right. Oaken doing some work there. Yeah, that's another one of those rounds where it's just like, it's so momentum based. Those early picks came out. Suddenly, Mugiwara's like, wait, where should we go? We have no information. We don't have utility. I guess we just kind of walk out. There's a little
One enemy remaining.
remix clip.
Rewind. Looks like attackers, aka Mugiwara, is gonna go to pause after that one, understandably so. A round that certainly got taken away from them from just a funky start of jumping on the tripwire, getting killed by a classic, to then that right there, and it just all fell to pieces. So talk this over. They got 3 ultimates: Astro Wall, Neural Theft, and Hunter's Fury. To certainly use this round. And I believe. Actually, I don't know. Maybe they are struggling in their economy this round. see in a second. Yeah, they're gonna have to Marshall, Vandal, Phantom. Okay. I was gonna say that seems a little funky there, so they're talking it over some more.
Down to a Spectre. Yeah.
Winseal's got enough for by the next round as well, so we'll sit on the Vandal, but not a favorable round for them. That's one more round delayed on using the ultimates, most likely. Really pick for two. CO, as soon as the trap disappears, he peeks and gets the kill, and Hijinks pushed up with the operator, finds Quanster.
Now we'll see the dog come into garage potentially, although a counter one used by TCAS immediately.
Last player standing.
Okay, got okay. There's another trade, back and forth, back and forth. Walk. Flash doesn't hit. Down to 21 life though. Has Seekers, but probably not using it here. Yeah, surrounded. And speaking of that, the flank TCAS is there. Says hello. In a very unfortunate manner. 4-3 BJOR Kittens, as we're going to be heading to round 8 now. So at least they got Bizo, including an Ares for Cryptic. That's interesting. Not necessarily the gun you see a lot on this map. He's gonna spray through mid window or something like that. No, he's up towards.
No, he's over at A long. There's also an operator coming out for Hijinks.
All right, drones up. There's 3 players here, by the way, for BJOR Kittens, and that's gonna be Hunter's Fury from Cryptic.
Seekers as well.
Yeah, so all the info, but no kills, even with the Seekers coming into play, unable to find a kill. TCAS kills Quanster in the side. Cryptic, though. Shades on a Joe. And yeah, they're not going to quit the Ares, the long-range Ares. Okay. That's why he got it. To win a long-range duel, apparently.
Yeah, TCAS has this great timing that was going to find them coming towards the garage. Gets 1 kill. There's a lot more to work here, and there's also a Cypher middle. Pitches in for the kill.
Now going to be uploaded, or where he was at least. And they see 1-8 as well, so yeah, it's like they want to take the player advantage, as the unfortunate trap there. Doesn't really matter though.
One enemy remaining.
Eeg holding way back though, catches Wincio in the sight. Cryptic didn't have time to trade.
What's the tag? Makes the plant. Cannot win the duel. Oh, it's a phantom moment, and it feels bad.
Yep, that's why I just had that moment myself. I'm like, oh, that's... You have a Vandal, different story there, but obviously there's a lot more to it. It's the age-old debate. What is better? Either way, doesn't work out there, and a good victory for BJOR Kittens. And back to saving for Mugiwara, unfortunately for them. Still have that Astral. Both sides have actually been sitting on an Astral wall for a while now. Haven't found the appropriate opportunity to use it yet. Control that C orb, and that means Quanster picks up knives as a result. Look at Oaken. Wow. Pushing all the way in window already. Okay.
Finds the perfect timing and
run.
Smartly gets out of there. That is big damage.
Now he
completely stalls the attack too.
Yeah, and keeping them guessing as well. It's like, wait, where the hell did he go? And gonna see right here, but ENK, I guess he knew exactly where he went. Finds the dome of Oaken. CO catches. Oh, tried to get the headshot there, but just not able to line up. Cryptic peeking at himself, but they'd already fallen back from the looks of it. And yeah, the aggressive play from BJOR Kittens this round especially is certainly throwing Mugiwara off once again. And we'll have 2 players alive, but not much more to work with in terms of utility. Just trying to get they'd be thankful to get a plant off here, if anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, they've picked the site that Hijinks happens to be watching the cross on with an operator.
Ooh. A very fast peek, though, from Cryptic. Ends up missing the shot.
Ares Gaming.
Yeah, but now what do you do?
Scanning ahead.
Pray and pray.
Yeah.
Well, you bought the gun in the first place.
I guess so. Well, it's not going to work there, but you know what? They got the spike. So, like I said, the best case scenario is at this point, it feels like get the spike plant at least. They do just that. 6-3 BJOR Kittens. Starting to get a little more lively and chippy, you can hear. Those mics picking it up.
Yeah, but Mugiwara continues to struggle on the attack.
They're gonna have a full buy once again, though, and I keep going back to that Astral. I know it's one of those abilities. It does feel like it's hard to use sometimes. So more so just making an observation than anything, but it is available as far as utility for this round. Hijinks. Oh, saw him cross. Oh no! And Cryptwalk goes down to Teague as well with a Hunch's Fury. So much for this buy round. It's when you lose 2 players in the first 10 seconds like that, just feels bad.
Yeah, it's hard to even set up for the Astro Wall, which is maybe why we haven't seen it. It seems like we're always playing down a player. Yeah, is getting aggressive, pushing forward, finding another kill. Perhaps too aggressive.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's like maybe feeling themselves a little bit too much now. That's that issue we see time and time again. It's like, okay, you're hitting shots, but let's not get too ridiculous here. Coach Joe, he's being patient, and that pays off. DNK is not going to win against 2. And easy round in the end for BJOR Kittens. So a very fast start for them, and they put MUGIWARA right back down in the economy game. They're likely going to find themselves yet again saving as we hit round 11.
Yeah, I think. Let's see, we've got a Stinger, a Spectre. Maybe a couple more SMGs will come out. I'm actually going to buy up for a Phantom for Quanster. Definitely would love to get out of this half with at least 4.
There. Smoke up. Almost too much. You're gonna start spraying through and try to aim where the bullets are coming from. Almost found a kill actually on a jet. Quanster manages to stay alive and back off with the team. Oaken did eventually get Cryptic at long. Quincio, this is not the ideal gun in this case.
It's not?
It used to be, yeah. ADS with the Stinger actually used to be pretty legit.
Spike down, attacker spawn.
Not gonna work there though, and they're just starting to flank on them now too, so.
One enemy remaining.
Gaz, okay, nice trade, but okay, Quanster gets 3. Keeping hope alive.
And go down swinging at the very least. That triple, he's like, screw the spike. I'm going hunting.
Enemy was pulling them in.
It's a clean shot from Oaken though. Will slow down the beast that is Quanster.
Last round.
In round
in the
11, so they
half.
make it 8-3. And Mugiwara, sure will obviously full buy here. I've said it several rounds now, but unfortunately for them, almost all they have is an Astral Wall. They are close to a couple other ultimates. They need a couple orbs, 1 for jet knives. That's actually the Cypher ultimate. Never mind. So we'll see if any of those come into play. But TKaz has Seekers on the other side. TKaz, by the way, 15-7-1. Actually had a really awesome map too for BJOR Kittens.
Fragging Sky. See, Hijinks misses the shot. Has to fall back, but slows down towards A at least a little bit. Dog will chase him off the angle once again, but he's gonna repeat this.
Scan, but knows he can't hit that shot.
Here.
TKaz pinging out for teammates. Has a slow peek out, but Hijinks isn't punished. Despite missing his shot.
Silence.
Oh, okay, he is.
Shock. That one coming once he got kind of low. So with that kill, Mugiwara is going to start to work the other side of the map, working up Jet behind the Sovadrone onto A. There's still 2 players here though, so they might get caught a little unaware. Such a heavy A site.
couple of shots at the Odin, a little off center there, and Cryptic catches Teak, picking up, but TCAS gets two. Going for a third, gets a third, gets a fourth. TCAS, absolute clutch player. And suddenly PNK finds himself by himself in the B site. Does have a spike though.
This is correctly on the site, tried to plant on, but runs directly into Oaken's crosshairs. TCAS, I mean, what can you say other than just great shots, great movement to stay alive. And BJOR Kittens will go up 9-3 in the first half.
Yeah, that was a rare the caster's boost coming out. Usually it's the caster's curse when we, you know, hype up a player, talk about how well they're doing. Just mentioning TCAS and having a fantastic stat line going into that round. I believe it was 15 kills, and sure enough, gets 4 more to end the first half with 19 kills after 12 rounds. I mean, that's definitely an impressive performance on that Sky right there. So, and obviously goes back to a team effort, but certainly TCAS, big reason on that Sky. BJOR Kittens up 9-3. So we're going to see a pause right at the start of the second half. That's actually pretty rare. Usually, because you have the extra time even already going into the second half. So usually you would just kind of use that and save a pause later on if anything. But they really want to cement, stone what they want to do going into this. But you see TCAS once again in that C side, just claiming kill after kill and making it look so easy.
Helped out by that Seeker actually impacting, giving near sight to the Cypher there. He didn't get traded while he re-peeked. I think it was the Cypher that got hit. Anyway, great shots. And BJOR Kittens continues to look very strong. Mugiwara, what do you have for us here in the second half? Pistol round is where it starts. And they need, I feel like they need to come out of the gate with like 3 rounds in a row if they're going to have a shot at this match.
All right. Well, let's see if they go for something aggressive or not. It's not that mini map. Trying to see if they're setting up somewhere specific. And it looks like mid control is definitely something they want to go for. Speaking of Mugiwara, that is. Several players already in B, another one in garage. And acting as if they might push out. Coach Joe has a camera ready to check any pushes, perhaps. It's a sewer hit, though, by the way, from BJOR Kittens, and that's a fast one. Hijinks is already in the A site.
Blocking sight.
It's a dog. Cloud up in spawn area. Avoids the shock dart. Well played there. The camera. NCO is not going to tag. Just going to keep the visual there. Finally gets the tag off as it's being destroyed. Cryptwalk jumping right click. Is traded. Well, underneath, though, TCAS is hiding. Has to reload, but still manages to re-peek on Rencio, who is distracted elsewhere.
That was really funky with the Astra Star inside the cage. Giving him a lot of cover to hide around.
Monster up in heaven. Be spotted by the drone. Tried to avoid it. And he also sees Astra spawn. Did not get tagged by the drone, though, so it's him falling back. Together. Definitely a life advantage for BJOR Kitten. Cloud, however, Quanster wins the duel, and PNK will get Teague. That was clutch from Quanster. He doesn't kill first, and likely not going to be a win. So even with little life, comes up with a clutch, and it starts with that one as we keep going back to you. So 4-9, the climb commences.
Absolutely. They did lose 4 players though, so I could see a world where BJOR Kittens buys into this, especially since they got the spike, 4 kills. Be enough for a relatively good buy despite the loss, and so it's going to be a difficult second round. It's not like your classic easy anti-eco where it's 5 classics running into a bunch of Spectre strays. This is a legitimate round that Mugiwara needs to be worried about.
Monster, aggressive. Garage. Able to destroy the dog at least, but runs back. Although PNK, Flash fell back into the smoke though. All the time he could flank. All the time was so good, but almost got both. Did some more damage. Monster catches Teague, and Hijinks gets another, however.
1 enemy remaining.
Finally, they kill Hijinks in the garage. It's Oaken with 17 life.
Running into the Cypher utility. He's probably gonna get the plant, but
Nope. We saw that coming.
they know where he is.
That gave it away. Just wait till Euro change happens, man. Gonna fake out those tripwires. It was an illusion. No.
Scanning ahead.
I thought we agreed that that agent was being removed from the game.
Sure. Okay. Keep it open. Again. Oh, trying to seek out the headshot.
I needed that one. That's
Yep.
tough.
All right, Mugiwara, 5-9. You said, I think you said what, 4 in a row is what you think they need to feel like they actually have a legitimate shot. Well, but they got 2 in a row. Halfway there.
Actually, you know, since that was a force, this should be a pretty easy 3rd round in a row. As the side of BJOR Kittens is not going to have a whole lot to offer in terms of firepower. Neither team has any ultimates on the board either, but that probably favors Mugiwara since BJOR Kittens could use the extra oomph on their attack.
I see that Bucky coming in play. That really is not a popular gun nowadays, but I've seen it a couple times throughout today so far.
Monster's been a bit of a shotgun gamer. He's been using both Jets have been using shotguns pretty regularly. Hijinks with the shorty here.
Spike
Oh, yeah, they're planting in the smoke as we hear. PNK eventually turns as soon as it goes down, but
What?
can't kill him! I mean, Cryptic is there to be like, don't worry, I got this, but
Enemy tag.
surprise hijinks lived initially. While Coach Doe does die to the Bucky. A Quanster, however, Oaken. Just Quanster pushed up right there.
One enemy
This,
remaining.
Nice
Zio
shot.
running out there. Yeah, that was a great shot with the classic. Okay, it's up to him. He took a nice shots. Oh, he actually almost lined that up. He ends up getting Oaken, but it's not enough in the end.
You know, saying, "Oh, I hit him 142." Yeah, that was a lot closer than it actually looked on the scoreboard. Obviously, 3 surviving there, but 2 of them were on a sliver of HP.
Well, we got 9-6 now. Still favoring BJOR Kittens, of course, but there's the 3 rounds to start things off for Mugiwara, but obviously this is where it really counts. As we got the full buy situation for BJOR Kittens. Attack. Let's see how they look to hit this. Meanwhile, 3 Spectres still exist on the other side for Mugiwara. It's going to be a very fast sewer hit once again. Jump kick around.
Pulls out a ton of utility. Look at all this utility in response. The drone, the dart, the sky bird,
Yep.
and they're not getting a ton of value from it. They don't see anybody along.
Deploying drone.
All right, so kills, but you're right. It's more than just simply about the kills. You tag the camera. All right. Okay, again, aware that they're in the garage. Just a matter of where exactly they are.
Cage triggered.
Oh, jeez. X-ray vision, just so close to each other. Yet they're definitely aware. Coach Joe wins the duel, but PNK, the very quick response to the flank. Monster having to dash away, took some bullets. B-side has been taken by BJOR Kittens.
Yeah, being planted though, and you can see them trying to fight into A because they don't want to be flanked from both sides.
Player standing.
Cryptic caught with utility out, and Crypt Walk is gonna have to deal with the Seeker. Has a chance. I mean, it's a 1 versus 2. It does have a dog. Slowly creeping out, but TCAS, what else is there to say other than just he continues to hit?
Yeah, I will say, I think that's like one of the only plays that I like going towards B is where you push onto B, but then you also just branch off into A and either go plant A or at least clear out A site as a team. So you're kind of taking the map and like dividing it in half when you do that. It's nicely done by the attack there.
Yeah, prevent the collapse, the sandwich retake that he really forced him to. They can only go one direction at that point. Yeah, very well played. Quanster pushes up with the knives and finds the headshot on TCAS. Meanwhile, Teague is able to trade a Cryptic. But player advantage still favors Mugiwara after that exchange. Joe seeing the tripwire. Mike is going garage and Crypt Walk, who had a chance there peeking down, but Oka wins that duel. And hey, our first Astro Wall coming out. Like cut off the seaside. However, Huencio is back there, but taking the shock darts in the back. They know somebody might be back here. And eventually gets peeked on.
Like it's planted by Oaken. See Mugiwara set up for garage and spawn pressure.
Oh, she's an Astrophone. Smoke's gonna go down in a second.
This is not good for Monster.
Back up.
He smoked. Almost was perfect for him.
Oh, that would have been something, but no. PNK knows one's logs. He's gonna get that kill, but he just doesn't have time for the.
Huh?
Does he?
What?
He does. Oh my
does.
gosh. Wow. I thought for sure that he was just gonna play like Ring Around the Rosie or something there, but I guess he didn't exactly know where he was. He was still walking. I mean, that was very well played by PNK.
Yeah, he used the information from the jet to know for sure that he can kind of sneak into logs, and then just wins that 1v1 duel when it matters, gets the defuse. We have ourselves a map.
We do. You see the players right there, and they're not necessarily facing each other, but very close to each other. As BJOR Kittens, 10-7. And losing their footing a little bit here in the second half. Yeah, Crypt walking to flash into garage. They are pushed up in there, even with the blind, though. It didn't matter. The good turn away. Got the information, but they weren't as flash as they hoped for. PNK, though, kills T. Quickly evens it out, but it's not going to be an aggressive push by BJOR Kittens. They're starting to rotate back with the spike as Oaken has it. Give him a sheriff. He's able to pick up a vandal.
The rifle on the player with more health. Coach Joe has been kind of in his own world this whole game. Feels like he's always just somewhere on the map that is nowhere near the rest of his team. Obviously doing Cypher things, trying to find the timing on the flank, get deep behind enemy lines.
Of that is going to catch one.
30 seconds
Okay.
left.
So evens it out at 3 versus 3, that is. The spike is still not sure exactly where they want to go with it. It looks like they feel like A is somewhat open, and they would be correct. As TCAS trying to confirm that Cryptic is walking up heaven, though. As Recon has 2 shock darts. Has full utility is the point.
10 seconds left.
I'd expect something's coming out. Shock dart was a little late there on default.
Take flight.
And now Cryptic is going to drone on through. Meanwhile, Quanster is still suspicious.
Yeah,
That's going to be lurked on.
Coach Joe is somewhere, right? He's somewhere on the map.
One enemy remaining.
Yes.
That's right. He's behind you.
Yep, and he was right, so the suspicion's correct, but Coach Joe now in a disadvantage.
There's no way.
He's sticking it, yeah. No, why wouldn't he stick this? At the coverage, and Coach Joe will just pick up the operator and fall back, but Mugiwara makes it 8-10, so they are certainly coming back. They're on map, too. And, I was kind of, thinking when you said, like, need to win 4 in a row or, still chance. Really, I'm sitting there thinking, like, I don't know. It's just BJOR Kittens feels like they got all the momentum going for the first map. They could run away with this one, but Mugiwara clearly has other plans. He turned it on now.
They certainly have, and a lot of that just kind of comes down to they seem to be playing with a bit more confidence. Like they're letting their players take the peaks. They're trading off of each other better, and ultimately that's kind of what matters. Especially when you're on LAN, when you're maybe not necessarily like a well coordinated team. You don't practice together all the time. A lot of it comes down to just those like basic tactical FPS fundamentals. And right now, Mugiwara is just doing them better than BJOR's.
All right, the tactical pause coming out from BJOR Kittens, and I even heard, I believe it's one of the Mugiwara players talking about their, they're just trying to ice us. Of course, that term being that they're just trying to, get in our heads as Mugiwara has the momentum right now. So BJOR Kittens is like, all right, slow down a little bit, calm down. But even if that's a strat, they're obviously very aware and just trying to keep that hype up. Clearly is hoping to make this comeback here, winning last first 5 of the 6 rounds of the second half, as we see. Put themselves in this spot. I mean, still like a TCAS 26-12-2. Very impressive stat line, but that ultimate top score line that matters as far as team score. As the dogs are gonna say hello and run right past each other. Rip. Okay, we've seen this before. Hiding in that smoke. They might really be hitting the seaside. They are. Coach Joe catches PNK. Coach Joe continues to be that lurker. Oh, jumping up window, though, and Wencio will find him. Gonna be a little tricky around the trap, but the spike plant has happened, and there is the Astral Wall. Also cut them off.
Oh, the Hunter's Fury finds one tag.
Yep.
It's the kill.
Flash out, but Hijink standing on the wall! Yeah, that trap surprising got both, actually. Does fall to the operator, Quanster, but standing right at the wall entrance. Talk about the confidence. Look at Quanster, meanwhile, as that shorty. Trying to go for a Cryptic, gets TCAS. It's up to 1, and Teak has Hunter's Fury. Is that gonna do it? Be locking it down long enough? I don't know. Did they get it? Oh, we cut away too early, but I think the defuse happened. I'm pretty sure it happened.
Yeah.
Right? I'm pretty sure that happened. It sounded like that they were gonna get it.
Yeah, I mean, that was close. That was even great repositioning there, where he knows the Jet is going to rush him when the Hunter's Fury comes out, and he just gets back behind another wall to delay and get off that last shot. So it's super close, but ultimately really well played by both teams. Mugiwara draws within 1 round now. And, I mean, just look at the scoreboard.
Yeah.
6 out of the last 7 rounds. All diffuses, too. So the plant is going down, but the post plant has not been there.
Yeah, they just cannot hold in the end. So Mugiwara looking to tie this up. BJOR Kittens. Nice peek from Hijinks, and Quanster was looking a little bit too low. He hit Hijinks, but not enough damage. Meanwhile, Teague, nice trade on the Cryptic. And Coach Joe gets PNK, so BJOR Kittens has taken the A side now, but maybe not so much. Yes, they did. I was going to say, I mean, that was a really fast rotation right there. Mugiwara to all 5 players essentially be there, but in the end, it is a very fast victory for BJOR Kittens. 11-9.
Yeah, it's got to feel good because the momentum had really been slipping away, and all of a sudden you get this decisive victory. And actually, because these rounds have been so close, like Mugiwara has won 6 out of the last 7, but they've been kind of squeaking these rounds out because look at their economy. Like normally when you win 6 out of the last 7, you have a ton of money. But here they are on pistols, and this is actually a disastrous time for this to happen.
It is, and usually with a round like this, you got to think that they're going to do something a little cheesy, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. 3 players are pushing up long C on the side of Mugiwara, so that they've taken it over. They can't capitalize with a kill, though. TCAS is very suspicious. He knows they're here, essentially, and now with the team peeking as well, and rifles are a little bit better than classics at that range especially, so
I know exactly.
Understandably, they clean them all up. They're just going to throw out the neural theft, because why not? And they see where the last 2 are, towards mid. It's going to have to be an easy round for BJOR Kittens, and you're right. I mean, that really was, despite all these wins, the economy is still not enough to help them, even despite a loss in one of the rounds. And it's going to be 12 now for BJOR Kittens. Nap and Series Point coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and that's one of those reasons why, even when it doesn't feel like you can win the round, it's important to do damage, because the economic, it can add up over time. Like, you know, so many rounds won equated to 0 economic advantage, and here we are in a super critical, you know, potentially match-defining moment while they're on classics.
Well, that classic found a kill at least, but obviously for a lost cause. He's doing, speaking of damage, a little bit, but not really relevant damage at that point. I think TCAS is just fine. He's gonna get by the Vandal, full armor, good to go, and even has Seekers now. were to be used for what could potentially, at least they want it to be this final round. But Seeker's also on the other side, as well as the Astro Wall from PNK. So you got to think, again, you're down 9-12. You got the buys. Quanster as the operator. Want to see at least the Seekers coming out. Get that early info. Wait for maybe some kind of play somewhere. All 5 players of BJOR Kittens are towards C. It's not often you see them all grouped up C long.
Yeah, drone got broken, so they don't know the operators in the back of C. Meanwhile, the dog did come down A short. So MUGIWARA has a pretty good idea of where BJOR Kittens are.
Yes. Knocking up mid. You can just see the positioning, too, of MUGIWARA, just how deep they are back, even on the A site. You got Astra way back out of garage there, really holding B from the C side. Out come the Seekers, offensively. And let the chaos begin. Quanster, operator shot, kills Coach Joe. Teague busts out the Hunter's Fury, gets cryptic. So an eye for an eye there. Quanster, though, with that operator still, just going to spray and pray. They have their own Seekers now to use for info. Gripped walk into the site, went a little bit too early, gets a trade, and the trades continue. We now have a 2 versus 2. Quanster. Somebody was nearby. Spike did go down, though. Quanster has a chance here to go work through garage. Teammate working through spawn.
They have a tall pull of Astro pieces of utility to work with, but it's not going to be enough as Teague and Hijinks close it out. And that is the end of MUGIWARA's run.
Yeah, it was a good effort right there, but BJOR Kittens as a team looking pretty solid, and definitely big congratulations to them in terms of advancing on to the playoffs. So they get one more match. That's the reward.